We've got two surveys of consumer sentiment today. The weekly one from ANZ and Roy Morgan, which fell 1.1 points, and the monthly one from Westpac and the Melbourne Institute, down 1.5%. But however you look at it, consumer sentiment is in the dunny. It's as low as it was in the pandemic and the GFC. But the dog that hasn't barked, to mix metaphors, is consumer spending. It's still upstairs, although that's partly because of immigration. So real consumer spending per capita is down a bit, but nowhere near as much as consumer sentiment, or disposable income per capita, which is the red line on top. So economists are all wondering when or whether Aussie consumers will crack and cut spending in a big way, perhaps enough to cause a recession. Here's the reason they haven't cracked yet, on average. It's savings. That big burst of income in the pandemic came from the government, and it went into the bank. And while it's been eaten into a bit, it's mostly still there. Borrowers are in trouble because of the rate hikes, but everyone else has a big savings buffer. And the tension between those two things will decide what happens to the economy. The share market was flat today and fairly uninteresting. The foreign exchange market was the same. Global markets mostly went up. And on commodity markets, iron ore and base metals went up. Oil was flat and gold went down. And that's finance.